Hello, I'm Daniel, and today I'm going to talk about patience. This is a talk from the 37 practices of a Bodhisattva, and this one in particular is called Training in Patience. So, the 37 practices of a Bodhisattva is like a list of tips to help us unleash our full potential. So, that's what we're talking about here. A bodhisattva is just one who's trying to live a more mindful, awake, compassionate life, okay? So, this is training in patience. I'm going to read the verse and then I'm going to comment on it. For a bodhisattva who wishes for the enjoyments of virtue, all harm doers are like precious treasures. Therefore, it is the practice of bodhisattvas to cultivate patience, free from hatred and animosity toward anyone. Cultivate patience, free from hatred and animosity toward anyone. So, maybe we don't think of patience that way. We think of patience as like, I hate being in line and I'm trying to keep it together and not go crazy. I'm trying to be patient. But in a Buddhist context, it's broader than that. We're not talking about just I hate being in line, but we're talking about calm acceptance of life's varying events. In particular, this is a calm acceptance of people, but it's really a calm acceptance of life's varying events. It represents our ability to receive and transform our suffering. The Buddha compared acceptance to water. If you pour some salt into a glass of water, it's going to have a big impact. But if you pour some salt into a river, it's going to have no impact at all. Or it's going to seem like it has no impact at all, right? As long as it's the same amount of salt. So, we're the same way. If our ability to accept things is small, then we might suffer a great deal. Even when really minor things happen, we might suffer a great deal. Like someone saying an unkind word or annoying us. But if our ability to accept things is large, then such things won't have quite the same impact on us. For us, it is so easy to carry the weight of an unkind word or action. So easy to carry that around, even for a long time, right? And patience represents our ability to receive, accept, and transform any pain and suffering that comes our way. We often tend to make things worse for ourselves than they really need to be. We often tend to make things worse. So, patience is about not making it worse, but just having the thing happen, having someone be rude and just say, okay, well, right now it's like this. I don't like the feeling I'm having, but what I'm going to try to do is notice it and let it go. And with this, I feel like I need to say, we're not talking about like horrendous abuse, like accepting horrendous abuse with an even mind. I'm talking about the little things. I'm talking about the little things when someone's kind of rude and you think about it all day. When someone's kind of rude. I think we all have that experience and it really doesn't serve us well. Of course, if there are horrible abuses or injustices, that's a little bit different. Although we should try to deal with those without getting obsessed with them as well. That's a little bit different than just the menial, trivial bullshit that we carry around. And all of us do that. I do believe all of us carry around very little things that have happened and are just obsessed with them and torn up by them. And that's what I want to talk about here. That is what I want to talk about here. Although I do think we should be trying to have this kind of patience, even for the very awful people that we know, that we may know, that may have been or be in our lives. But that's a little harder, right? That sounds like a mountain. Whereas, like, we have a lot of little hills to climb. So that's sort of why I want to address it as focus on the little things, because there are little things we could focus on, and that's our training in patience. Focus on the little things. Focus on the person who said an unkind word for no reason, or the person who cut you off in traffic. Think about those. Think about those. So that is all for today. This has been training in patience. I'm not sure patience was the right word for this, just because people get hung up on that word and they think it's something that in this context it's not. So that's it for today. Try to be patient with other people today. See if you can. And thank you for taking the time to listen to me. Have a good day.